at the same time. I'm trying to do right by Quincy. I'm trying to take care of Quincy. I'm trying to look out for Quincy. And he was just this great guy. Like, look at how he took his girlfriend's son and adopted him. Wow, so that's the only reason P Diddy adopted Quincy. What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? I was asked to look into why did P Diddy adopt I'll Be Sure's son by Kim Porter, Quincy Brown. So what I thought I would do is a reading to see why. What was the reason? What was P Diddy's reasoning for adopting Quincy? Now, of course, before I start this reading, I need to put out a disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video have been proven to be fact as of now. So now that we got that disclaimer out the way, I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to see why P Diddy adopted Quincy Brown. Okay, so I asked the cards, what was P Diddy's motives for adopting Kim Porter's son by I'll Be Sure, Quincy Brown? And so I'm going to pull some cards and we're going to see why. Okay, so as I look over the cards, from what I'm reading from the cards, it's not because P Diddy loved Quincy, but I feel like this is what he told Kim. And this made Kim happy and it made her think that P Diddy loved Quincy, you know what I mean, enough to adopt him, when really this was P Diddy preventing Kim from leaving him. I don't know if she was trying to leave him around the time he adopted Quincy, but this is what I'm seeing in the cards. Yeah, it was to give this false illusion like he loved Quincy, but it was really about him being self-centered and him being self-serving. It was more about his ego than anything else, and about him trying to stir up trouble all at the same time. This was just some kind of tactic P Diddy was using at the time to, manipulate and to dominate them further. You know what I mean? It was not because P Diddy, like I said, wanted to just be his father. P Diddy planned this out. He thought it out that this was more of a calculated kind of move. You know what I mean, for P Diddy. Let me see what else. It was like P Diddy also wanted to give up the appearances that he was just this great guy. Like, look at how he took his girlfriend's son and adopted him, especially when him and Kim Porter wasn't even married. But this was his way of, like, I guess, staying on top of it. Kim, I get the feeling Kim wanted to leave him, you know what I mean, because he was violent and she was getting tired of him being more and more cruel to her, hurting her, you know what I mean. She was ready to leave. She was regretting being with him. She was tired of him. And, him being allegedly bisexual and, you know what I mean, having males together too, and him practicing the black magic and all of that, all alleged for entertainment purposes. So she wanted to go her own way. This is what I'm feeling. Yeah, this was a ploy to keep her. He knew that she would be more cooperative with him if he adopted her son. I don't know how. I just feel like this is what the cards are saying. All of that for entertainment purposes. I will pull some more cards. Maybe the cards will explain some more about it. They were a non-conventional couple, you know what I mean? Because they never married, but they had biological kids together. If I'm not mistaken, Kim has more of his biological kids than any other woman does. I ain't even pulled the cards yet, but this is just what my gut is feeling. I'm feeling like P Diddy kind of wanted to, like, flex on I'll Be Sure by adopting his son. This is what my gut is saying, all allegedly. So I'm going to pull some more cards to see if that comes up in the reading. So let's see. Yeah, this is somebody that was immature, has a bad temper. Yeah, we know this about P Diddy, fortune hunter. Let me see. He was really apathetic to Quincy. He's not like he actually... I don't think P Diddy, like I said, had a lot of love for Quincy. He just felt like he ain't had too many other choices. He wanted to be with the mom, so he put up with Quincy. You know what I mean? Like I said, this was all calculated on his part. So, of course, he had to get the gift of gab. He wanted to pretend like they were this big, happy family. You know what I mean? His stepson became his legally adopted son. This was to prevent her from leaving. This was his way of kind of winning. Yep, see, some kind of defeat and loss. It's like he was trying to act like he's this big, nice guy, this savior. It did wonders for his public image, for people to be like, oh, he adopted her son. But it's crap. It's crap. Like I said, it was all for self-serving reasons. You know what I mean? And like I said, she was ready to leave him anyway and stop dealing with him. He's done nothing but cause turmoil for that boy in the first place. Quincy has a lot of emotional baggage because of Diddy. Yeah, he was his only father figure he knew, but he was an immature, abusive, kind of abusing power, kind of father figure. You know what I mean? He wasn't a good role model. He wasn't, you know what I mean, the type of dad that'll take you out in the yard and play catch. Of course, he taught his sons how to do bogus crap. All of that's for entertainment purposes. Quincy doesn't really like him, but Quincy has to keep his secrets. I'm seeing here he still has to keep his secrets because I think Diddy still controls the purse strings. And like I said, the adopting Quincy, I don't know, I don't understand how, but for some reason adopting Quincy kind of kept Kim Porter from getting away from him totally, some kind of way. Of course, he doesn't want the secret to get out. He has that secret life of him being abusive, overbearing, and controlling, but he wants to give this illusion like he really took care of Quincy. All alleged for entertainment purposes. That's what he wants the public to believe. He was this great father figure for Quincy where Quincy didn't have it. But you see how you got the chariot reverse next to the emperor reverse, which means that it was all about his authority. It was all about his control. He was a very controlling father figure, very strict, very kind of like domineering. You know what I mean? He wasn't the best decision for Quincy. He was hoping that the adopted Quincy would cloud her judgment and she'd be like, okay, well, maybe he's not that bad. He did adopt my son. You know what I mean? He wanted her to make that foolish decision to stay with him. All of that for entertainment purposes. And I think it has something to do with inheritance. I feel like he knew that if he adopted Quincy and put him in his will, you know what I mean? It looks like, oh, you know, I'm trying to do right by Quincy. I'm trying to take care of Quincy. I'm trying to look out for Quincy. This is what I'm feeling like. Yeah, it was mind manipulation towards Kim. He did not care. He was apathetic to that boy. He did not care, all allegedly for entertainment purposes. He didn't care about what happened to Quincy. If anything, you know, he's more concerned about his biological kids. Notice Quincy's the only kid he ever adopted. You know what I mean? But all allegedly for entertainment purposes. Alright, so celebrity. Let me see, you got celebrity, you got liberation. Somebody that's very self-serving and selfish, but made a worthless sacrifice. I think that, yeah, putting Quincy in the will and adopting him was a small sacrifice because you notice he adopted Quincy when he was 16. So, I mean, of course, yeah, I can adopt him because it's like he's almost grown and I won't have to pay too much child support. Yep, it was manipulative. It was manipulative tactics. Like I said, he deeply contemplated this. It was to keep her dependent on him. Yep, you see that? This was manipulation to keep her dependent. It's saying it in the cards. Keep her with him. Keep her from earning money outside of him. He's still very selfish and greedy and mean-spirited to Quincy. Let me see here. And I mean, in a sense, it worked a little bit because it still kept her somewhat tied to him. You know, let me see here. Quincy would have been a lot happier with her leaving him, honestly and truly. Let me see. So you got the devil, which is toxicity. He was very toxic and very very controlling, very possessive of Kim. He felt like Kim would always belong to him. He was the type that would do a lot of different things to keep Kim, you know what I mean? So that means lying to her, that means adopting her son, Like I said, he adopted him at 16, but he's been in his life since he was little. Think about that. Yeah, because he felt like she was moving on from the breakup, and he was losing. He felt like he was losing her, and he didn't want another man to get her. That's what that was all about. All of that's for entertainment purposes. So I'm out of cards, so I'm gonna end the reading. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys believe that P Diddy ever cared about Quincy, or do you guys think that this was just some ploy to get Kim to tie Kim closer to him, or at least for Kim to be like, oh, he can't be but so bad. He adopted Quincy. Maybe maybe he's working on himself. I don't know. Anyways, thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Y'all have a good one. I wish y'all peace and love.